TJ, collectively on the D line, I think I heard the other day you played like 60 snaps or something in the Fiesta Bowl. Do you feel like you guys have enough depth now to where you don't have to do that again this year?
Oh yeah, I definitely feel like that was something that we honed on this offseason, getting that depth piece, and I feel like we definitely have a lot of guys that can go. I don't feel like there's a drop off at all. I feel it's all 1A, 1B across the whole front.
What kind of player is Mike Jarvis? I've seen him out there with.
Mike is a great player. He's smart. He picked up the defense very quickly. A lot of the times he doesn't have to wait to get the call from the backers. He's already telling some of the other D lineman guys, it's rip or list. He's a fundamentally sound, smart guy.
Obviously last year you came out pretty strong in the middle of the year and all freshman team. When you think about this year, what kind of role do you see for yourself? Is it how do you take a step forward from what you did last year?
Just doing whatever I can to help the team win. No matter what that is, just playing my role. So I don't really try to focus on that too much. Just try to do whatever I can to be a team player and help the guys win, whether that's coaching them up or even just getting coaches from them.
With the guys on the defensive line that you have back, is it kind of a mentality of, we're all going to eat, so let's just kind of do this as a team? Do you guys kind of talk about, not so much, I got this tackle or you got that tackle, but is it more of a team mentality up there?
Yeah, I feel like definitely last year, we were a bit inexperienced across the D-line, so I feel like this year, coming back, a lot of them, the whole front four is back. We kind of are able to rush in unison and rush together, so that's definitely something that's big and helps us a lot.
How much of your offseason has been focused on getting yourself able to play maybe close to 60 snaps a game if it comes to that? How much is focused on getting other guys ready so that you have somebody to come in and relieve you?
I feel like Coach McGee did a great job with that, just getting the right guys from the portal and everything, and even some of the guys from high school. I just feel like he did a great job with that. And then for me, I just try to, just focus on technique and stuff and just try to stay up on the conditioning if possible.
Where are you in terms of this year versus last year as far as strength and conditioning?
I feel like definitely I'm stronger, more experienced with the game, and I definitely feel like I'm a lot more conditioned than I was at this time last season.
In terms of pass rush technique, like what's the difference between you feel like your freshman year to now? What did you hone in on to try to improve there?
I feel like the biggest thing is watching the guy in front of you, knowing your opponent, knowing his strengths, his weaknesses, his tendencies. And I feel like that is something that I definitely have improved a lot on this year than compared to last year.
Do you guys talk about sack numbers and just setting goals, expectations, trying to get that number up this year?
Obviously you want to have as many sacks as possible, but that's not something we really pinpoint on. We try to go out there and play, whether we have 10 sacks or 0 sacks. At the end of the day, we're just trying to get the W. So, no matter what that takes, that's what we're focused on.
Max, how's the off-season been for you? What have you been focusing on trying to improve as you go into this year?
Yeah, so the off-season's been good. I feel like we had a good spring before the summer started. But something I've been focused on a lot is my punt numbers. We only had like 34-ish punts last year, like 5 of which were in the Fiesta Bowl. Just being more consistent with my punts, the location of those punts, try to pin them back as deep as I can, and give the coverage enough time to get down there, force a fair catch, or get in his face and make him muff it. And then really just like the camaraderie with the guys. I feel like we have a really strong room this year. We brought in 2 freshmen and a guy from UCLA, and all specialists are similar, which is cool because all of our like opinions and like viewpoints kind of mesh well, and they contrast well too. We're all kind of like learning off each other, which is pretty cool.
You're a guy that unfortunately for you, a lot of people, they don't want to see you come on the field. But how do you keep yourself ready? And, with this offense, you don't really get a whole lot of opportunities, kind of like what you were saying.
Right. So in terms of like staying like physically ready, like I'll be warming up on the sideline when we when we're on like third down or when we're in like far punt territory. But for specialists, it's really more about like your mindset and something I've kind of realized too is, you can get caught up in like all this like football hype, and it's really easy to go out there and be like overhyped and try to just like kill one, and you like completely miss it. So you kind of have to like stay calm, just rely on your training, and just really just like stay calm. It's like a golf shot. You're about to tee off at the Masters. You're probably juiced, and you can't go out there and just rip it. You gotta be like you gotta be like collected and just be like confident in that and be like present in that too.
You got more than just the role of punter too. I mean, you also handle kickoffs and holder as well too. How do you kind of divide up those different duties as far as in practice times? I know a lot of times, especially as you guys are working on the side a little bit. Is it just extra reps each one of those areas?
Yeah. So a punt swing versus like a kickoff swing is a little different. And really kind of it's just like switching your like brain to that kind of swing. Kickoff you kind of come like more like around it, and then punt's like streamlined. But we hit a lot of kickoffs last year because we scored a lot. But like after I would hold one for the extra point, I would hit a few swings coming back to get the tee. And that's something that kind of kept me kind of reorient my brain to be like, all right, this is a kickoff swing versus like any other swing. So
Working with a different snapper this year too. I mean, how has the operation time been, and how has that all gone in practice?
right. So I don't think we haven't determined who's gonna snap either yet. But no, Menace has done a great job. He's come a long way since last year, and he's better location. And speed as well. And then the new guy from UCLA, Wilkins, he's pretty cool. He brings some humor into the room. I mean, we're getting it down. Punt's really fast. We haven't had a problem with operation time with punt this camp, which has been a first. Because normally we're like right over 2. We would be a little under 2 seconds. And then PAT has been really smooth.
Coaches have come in here and talked about the skill that they're going to have in the returner positions. Just curious if you've had a chance to see your coverage kind of against some of those guys and what you've seen from them.
Yeah. So thankfully, we have a really good coverage team. We got like our best players out there, and then so far, once we get a good punt off, normally once Juju or Brylan catches it, they're right in his face, and they try to hit a move and get around, and we don't tackle in practice, but the coverage is doing well, and even with kickoff too, we're able to get down there. I'll hang one up and put it on like the goal line or like the 5-ish with like a bunch of hang time, so we have time to get down there and try to get them inside like the 20 or 15.
For you, in terms of practicing and punting against those two in particular, is there added simulation in terms of what it's like in a game when you're going against a dynamic punt returner?
Yeah, for sure. So normally it's like, that's kind of something that I'll look at, and Krantz obviously looks at that too. We played a school down in Florida last year, and they had a pretty good punt returner, and Krantz was kind of emphasizing, like hang time this week and location. Distance is more like versatile. You don't have to hit it like 60 yards. You can hit it like 40-ish. So hitting like a high ball with good location is gonna give our coverage team like the best chance to get down there and take out the punt returner.